What up, what up, what up? How's it going, guys? It's gonna be my Destiny 2 Arc W key build because you aren't gonna be wanting to use anything except your W key as well as your Risk Runner. That's it. No questions asked. Let's get to the weapons. Risk Runner, of course. You need the Catalyst because it increases your range. If you don't have it, you better go farm it. Anyways, you can use anything else. You could use a rocket launcher with arc. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Your main weapon's gonna be the Risk Runner and your Seismic Strike. Crash. Whatever you call it. Anyways, let's get to the subclass. Thunder Crash. An insane amount of damage. Big radius. Helps proc your abilities to get your Thunder Crash quicker again. Thruster. It's one of the mods we have on. Basically makes it so we can get our other abilities quicker. So for your storm grenades, on cooldown, use your thruster next to enemies, get that shit back quicker. Strafe lift. Doesn't matter what you use. I prefer strafe lift. You guys could do fuck all and I don't care. Anyways, Seismic Strike. One of our main weapons other than the Risk Runner. This and the Risk Runner, nothing else. Stupid amount of damage. Instant, well, no cooldown. Just keep proccing it over and over again. Just W key. That's the build. W key. That's what we're naming it now. Storm Grenade. Helps proc your Risk Runner. That's it. You don't really need to use it for anything else other than proc your Risk Runner. Aspects. Knockout. Do I need to say anything? It helps proc your, well, makes your things amplified. Increases your movement, weapon handling, all that. All the goodies. Touch of Thunder. You could switch it out for Juggernaut, but I prefer Touch of Thunder. You know, makes your storm grenades, rolling thundercloud, tracks nearby enemies. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need it for. I mean, if you're really going for the whatever. Anyways, fragments, spark of resistance. Resistant to incoming damage when surrounded by enemies. You're always going to be surrounded by enemies because you're going to have the Seismic Strike going. Why else? Are you going to be like 200 meters away? No, you're going to be up close, face screwing them. Plus, it gives 10 strength. You know, you always want your strength because if your Seismic Strike goes on cooldown, because if you whiffed it like a complete idiot, you're going to want to get that back as soon as possible. Plus, you're going to have your thruster also helping to get that back. Spark of Amplitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you are amplified creates orbs of power. You know, this is going to get you amplified. Rapidly defeating targets with arc damage with your Risk Runner and your Seismic Strike. So you're basically getting orbs of power anytime you kill. Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. You're going to be up close and personal, you're going to be taking melee damage. So you're basically getting an insane amount of melee damage anytime you use your Seismic Strike. Plus it gives 10 resilience. Who doesn't want 10 resilience? Your arc grenades jolt targets. Chain lightning to nearby targets. You know, that's why. You could switch it out for Spark of Magnitude, but no need. Yeah. Alright, let's get to the mods. You know, you can see I'm using 100 resilience, 90 strength, 60 discipline. My gear sucks major. Yeah. Anyways, you basically just want to focus on these. You could, if you really wanted to, go for high recovery as well. Like shoot down your strength for recovery, so you basically never die. But I don't really see a point in that because you're just gaining health. We're going to be using the Skull Fort. Skull Fort's, you know, the choice. That's what you want to use. Kills with arc melee abilities trigger health regeneration. See why I said you don't really need it? Because you're always getting health? Yeah. Well of Ions. Need for this build. Picking up arc elemental wells cause your next melee to do increased damage. Hands on. Gain super energy on melee kills. You're always going to be using your melee. So you're basically always getting super energy. Now, if you had a maxed out helmet, You could use a second hands-on, but I also do prefer having one hands-on, one harmonic siphon. That's just how I like to roll it. You don't need to do it, but I like having more orbs of power. Gauntlets. Doesn't matter what you have on it, you just need the Font of Wisdom. Picking up an Arc Elemental. An Arc Elemental well basically increases your intellect, which improves your super. Anytime this procs, your intellect is just going to shoot up 200, no matter what. Your intellect could be at 99 and it's still going to go to 200. It could be at 0 and it could go to 100. That's how this works. And I think it's for 30 seconds, so you're basically going to be proccing this this is not going to go away. Chess piece. Melee Wellmaker. This is what helps put the build together. Powered melee combatants' final blows spawn elemental wells matching your subclass type. So it's basically always going to be arc elementals. I prefer 2 energy diffusion subs, but you could use melee damage resistance, anything you want. I just prefer these 2. Legs, Font of Might, also a need. Picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass type, which is going to be the arc elementals, grants temporary bonus to increased weapon damage of that same elemental type. So your risk runners can do a stupid amount of damage no matter what, if you ever use it, which I use it a lot, as well as my shield bash. Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm holding a spawn, I'm going to be using the risk runner, because I can just keep shooting it, because I'm going to have the risk runner ability going off every second, because I would have thrown my storm grenade at my feet to proc the risk runner. Next is the Absolution. This is also a good choice. You could switch it out for absolutely not. I mean, you could go for 10, 5 mobility or anything, but Absolution's what you should need on this, because you're always going to be picking up orbs of power because you spawn them like a stupid amount. Alright, let's go to our Titan mark. Onto full wells. Elemental wells. Stack. That's all you need to know. They stack. So you basically, there's going to be no problem picking them up. You're always going to have them. Distribution. Reduces all ability cooldowns when you use your class ability near targets. That's where the thruster comes in. Short cooldown, and it helps you dodge. Now this is also a good mod to use. The low end something superconductor. Stasis and arc melee abilities stun unshielded combatants. Strong against unstoppable champions. Do I need to say anything more? Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be the build. Let's cut to the gameplay, guys. Let's do that. Let's cut to the damn gameplay.